It's a true honor to recognize the contributions of Mike Coughlin, who I believe is a pillar of our world in foot and ankle surgery, and I think many of us know that. He grew up in Idaho, and here he is, budding young fisherman. He's from where the star is, which is Boise. It's a nice place to be from. And he was determined to get back there. He had a Daniel Boone hat, which was the best thing you could own if you were his age at that time. It was a prized possession. I think he needs one now too. He got married to a wonderful woman, Kirsten. This is a photograph from their 1974 wedding, where he was wearing the best clothes you could possibly buy back then. And they had two wonderful daughters, Erin and Lizzie, and Erin's here today, and it's fantastic to have her. He went to do his residency at UCSF, and there he met Roger Mann and pursued him and basically talked him into doing a fellowship with him. It was first fellow maybe in the United States, and it was the first fellowship. And this is a picture with Henry DeVries, who many of you may know of. He was the original author, based on his own work, of what was at that time surgery of the foot. He wrote 2 editions. Then Vern Inman took over the work and had Roger Mann help him with a 3rd edition. Vern Inman is very well known to us who know biomechanics of the foot and ankle. And then Roger Mann took it over and did the 4th and the 5th editions alone. And then later, I'll try to explain, Mike got involved with that. Early on, he was recognized for his creativity, his drive, and he was put on the board at a very young age. This is a photograph when he was put on the board. But before that, he was the program chair for 2 summer meetings and I think a winter meeting as well. They liked his energy. They didn't know what to do with him, though, because he was intent on making the society more than a society of 50 old white men. He did one of the summer programs. I missed this. Was at Sun Valley. It was before I was a fellow. He almost hung the president, Dr. Ken Johnson, who was being held up here in Sun Valley, but fortunately the people who were going to hang him got scared of his mother, so they decided not to hang him. And he was the president at our meeting in Anaheim. This is the first time I saw him ever, and was really taken with his talk at the time. He put this slide up. AOFAS is not an exclusive society. And I remember looking at it and thinking a lot about that and thinking, how great is that? Most of the subspecialty societies were closed at that time. He made the pitch that we need to educate each other, we need to be better, and then he initiated a lot of changes within the AOFAS. For example, the bylaws, he rewrote them so they're gender neutral. He initiated our work that became the AMA connection for the society, the accreditation, ACCME accreditation process for our meetings, the advanced course meeting. At the time we had a general course in office care. He initiated that, the sports meeting, and many educational outreach, and an outreach for orthopedics to be recognized as a provider of foot and ankle care, which seems crazy now, but it was very important to have a public-facing group. And so that was an incredibly productive year for us. It was a transition year for the society. And then in the next decade, Roger Mann allowed him to help edit the 6th edition. And then if you look closely, on the 7th edition, Roger put Mike's name first. I think Roger's getting tired of writing the textbook by then. And the Roger Mann Award was established by the Society around 1994 in honor of the contributions of Dr. Mann. It's the highest award you can receive at this meeting for a clinical research paper, and here is the second recipient of the award, and he's won. Mike Coughlin's been awarded this 3 times in the last 29 years. So that's, I think, reflective of some of his contributions to the field. With Dr. Takakura and others, he helped develop and start the International Federation of Foot and Ankle Societies. Here he's president, I think it was in San Francisco, with Dr. Takakura. And Erin and Lizzie are a little older and a little better dressed. And he kept his close relationship with his mentor, Dr. Mann. And here they are. I don't know why they're on the boat, because it looks like they're in 1 inch of water, but okay. And in 1998, the two of them, who had, in my mind, the most political capital in the foot and ankle world, decided that it was time for us to look again at total ankle replacements in this country. And so they looked around and decided the star ankle was the one they wanted to use on their patients, and they promoted total ankle replacement in this country. Before that, only Frank Alvine, Ted Hansen, Roy Sanders, and a few others were doing a few ankle replacements. And after they decided to do that, the world changed for total ankles in the U.S. I was fortunate to get to know them through being asked to help edit the 7th edition, and then Bob Anderson helped edit the 8th edition, which was then titled Man's Surgery of the Foot and Ankle. And I'm told that at this meeting, there's a new edition of the book that Andrew Haskell championed, called Coughlin and Man's Surgery of the Foot and Ankle, which is totally fitting. It's a great book. One of the pieces that's clear is Mike Coughlin is very loyal to the people that he respects and loves, and he's maintained a close relationship with his mentor since 1978. And Roger Mann is here as well today. So this young man who was not a very good fisherman is now in retirement. He's a hell of a lot better fisherman than he was then. He's got a bigger family now. This is his beautiful family outside, I think, Boise. And he's still happily married to Kirsten. And this tree to the side of her has a little engraving in it. I don't know if he put it in 74, but it's pretty impressive to me. But I want to finish, actually, I'm going to go back. I want to finish by pointing out one more thing. In approximately 1988, he decided that the best person in the society to be the program chair was Francesca Thompson. And he also decided that we needed to promote women in our society. And so he made her program chair, which was a very unusual move at that point in time. And he supported her completely. And then she got put on the presidential line soon thereafter. So he's part of today's celebration of Tom Clanton, of his career, of Roger Mann, and I think of Francesca Thompson. Thank you, Mike, for all you've done for us. Thanks, yeah.